Hello and welcome to this very special build-up to Paris Olympics. Today we have with us Anush Agarwalla, who have already made history in Hangzhou Asian Games with his history of dressage gold. And today we have him building up to the Paris Olympics. Not many days left, few weeks. So Anush, how is the final leg of the preparations going for you?
The preparations are going amazing. I'm having a lot of fun. It's a special kind of mood, I would say, around with such a huge championship coming up. It's of course my first Olympics, and at the same time, it's the first ever in the history of the country in the sport. So it's very exciting, and training is going great. I could not have wished for anything better. So just working on the fine tuning, working on getting the 0.1% better every day, and yeah, just looking forward to the games.
Absolutely, as you mentioned, that getting that 0.1% right. So you have already proved yourself on the international stage, on the big stage. You have made the podium finish at the highest level. But the name tag Olympics is huge. It's a different ball game. So is the name Olympics intimidating? Is it creating an extra pressure for you?
To be honest, not really. I mean, I every show I compete, I give my 100%. It's not like now I will prepare for another show. I will not be prepared for another show just because it's not the Olympics. Every show I compete, I always give my best. And of course, with the Olympics, there's a little bit more excitement involved. That's for sure. But in my preparation, it's always, I would say, up to the 100%, up to the mark. So of course, there's a certain there's a certain level of nerves involved, considering that it's the Olympic Games. But I don't feel any pressure, to be honest. I just want to do my best, and I know that if my training is good, nothing can go wrong. So that's what I'm focusing on.
Absolutely. A few days back only, your name was finalized by the Equestrian Federation of India for Olympics. So, could you describe me that moment when that officially announcement came up on the website of the Equestrian Federation of India?
Of course, I mean, for me personally, the biggest moment was in February when it was announced that India got the quota. I mean, I was kind of anticipating it, or I think everybody was anticipating it. But of course, it's a different feeling when it's really on paper, black and white. Okay, India's gotten the quota. I remember when I got the first message from the federation that we just got the email and stuff. It was very special, and I had a huge sigh, like, okay, everything's fine. And now, of course, when the federation finalized that I am the one going to Paris Olympics, of course, a great moment. But I would say I was kind of, my performances, my results speak for myself. So I would also be a little surprised if it would not be me.
Absolutely. I just want to go back a few years back as to when actually equestrian started for you. How did you were introduced to this game and the journey, uh, ups and downs in your journey till Hangzhou and now to the Olympics. So where did uh, equestrian start for you?
Equestrian started at a really early age. I would say at the age of 5 or 6, but not equestrian from a competitive point of view. It was more like a hobby. It was more like a weekend pastime. I would go with my parents on the weekends, just pure hobby, just a way to spend time, because I was always into animals from a young age. That's how my parents got the idea to put me into horse riding. So that's how it all started, and this phase continued, to be honest, until the age of 16, 17 years old. And only at the age of 17 is when I really started to really train professionally, to train to compete. That's when I really started. So yeah.
So started as a hobby and then Asian Games champion and now the first one from the country representing the country in dressage in Olympics. What a great journey! I just want to know about that. I have seen your social media post that you will be participating with Sir Caramello Old. So, what are the music that you have been trying training with? How are the gelling with your partner going on? So, just a background of your partnership with Sir Karamal Old.
So my music, I will be using the same music that I have for the qualification. I think that I personally think this music fits perfectly to both of us, and it fits perfectly to my background because when I ride always to the music of Jai Ho from Slumdog Millionaire. And when we were deciding which music, of course there were there's so many music to choose from and stuff. And then I really said, I'm really proud of my culture. I'm proud of my background. Proud to be an Indian, and I really wanted to represent it in some way. And you know, I'm 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 not sure if anybody in the history has ever used this music. So that was also another, because I also wanted to be a little different. Let's say there's a lot of famous music, which is great music, but it's been used over and
Yeah.
over and over, and I didn't want that. And I think everything fit together. And I remember that the first time I wrote this music ever, people were coming up to me and just telling me, "Oh my God, what a great, harmony between the music and the rider." And whenever I write this music, I really love the music, and I think that's the good music I would write again.
Fantastic. I would come more on your relationship with Sir Karamal Old, but before that, some slightly a tricky one, a different one. In layman's terms, how would you describe the rules of equestrian? Because now, after Hangzhou, after the success that you have got, it is a sport that whole India will keep an eye on. Whole India will be watching you. So, if someone who doesn't know the rules of equestrian, how would you explain it in easy terms so that they can follow you much better?
Um, so dressage, what the sport that I play, it's more or less like ballet on the horse. It's like, we have a particular test that we have been given, and the main goal of the test is not to finish the fastest or something. The main goal of the test is that to do it with the most level of harmony, the most when, let's say, when my coach always says that if somebody is looking at you who does not understand the sport, or she should have the idea that what is this, you are sitting on the horse and you're doing nothing. If somebody thinks that, then you've really achieved what you're supposed to achieve in this sport, because that's how it should look like. It should look like the horse and the rider are in perfect sync, that I'm sitting on him like completely relaxed. The horse is completely relaxed. We are in perfect sync. The horse is completely, we both, I am understanding everything the horse is trying to tell me, and the horse is really obedient to my commands, and that we are performing the test with the most level of harmony. It's looking very easy, but at the same time very expressive.
Okay. Anush, we often talk about mental health in sport. So, in your sport, not only your mental health is involved, but also your partners, right? So, what do you do to keep both of yourselves mentally fit? How is the life other? I mean, how is a normal day in your life other than trainings and competitions?
So of course, I don't. Me personally, I don't get much time between competing. There's always a lot of stuff going on from university, from work, from competing. So and training, obviously. So there's of course a lot of uh, a lot of time and energy goes into that. But the little time I get, I don't like to do anything crazy. I would say I always love spending time with my friends and my family. Unfortunately, I don't get to spend so much time with my family because I'm not much in India. Only for a few days in the year. So yeah, just whenever I have the opportunity, just to do something else. Like something through which I don't really focus on the sport. In addition to this, I've also started working last year with a mentor. coach, with a mindset coach, and that has helped me a lot. And I, especially during the Asian Games, dealing with so much pressure, it was very new to me, and that's when I really realized how important it is to really take care of your mental health.
And what about your horse? Like, he also will have to be at the same page as you, right? So how do you deal with that?
So the horse's mental health is,
Mm.
I would say, even more important than my own mental health, because for my own mental health, I can still do something because I understand myself.
Mm.
But my horse, we cannot speak, so it's more
Yeah.
of a relationship we have. So
Yeah.
his mental health is something I really put a lot of focus on. We've been a pair together since 5 years now, so I really understand him. I know
Mm.
exactly every day how he's feeling. So, I've built a relationship with him over the years, and now I really know how he's feeling. For example, there are days when I start riding him, and I have the feeling, okay, he's really motivated, he's really going. And on these days as well, if he's doing everything, like if the training is good, then I like
Mm.
to finish earlier, so that he knows, okay, come,
Yeah.
I was motivated, I was training, so training, everything is fine. The goal is not to make the horse tired. The goal
Yeah.
is to train in a consistent and sustainable manner.
Yeah.
And Yeah, especially it's very important to give the horse breaks. For example, between a very good example would be that after December, when my qualification period finished, I gave my
Yeah.
horse a break for around 3 to 4 months. I mean, a break from competition. Of
Yeah.
course, we were working at home, we were training at home, but first he got a few weeks completely off training, even at home, and then we slowly started building. But
Yeah.
completely, I only started competing again in May, because the goal is to be at peak level during the Olympics, from a physical point of view, from a mental point of view, for him and for me. So
Yeah.
that is always the goal. And yeah, it's very. And when I came back in May, my horse was, very motivated. He was motivated to
Yeah.
go, and the results speak for themselves.
Absolutely. I was actually coming to this point only, and you explained it beautifully well. Last one. What is your family planning to support you? How many of them are traveling to Paris to support you? Because we at Revsportz have worked closely with your family. We know you all. What is
I
the
would say,
plans?
I think every single member of my family is going to be there. Everybody is already quite excited, and my parents already coming over the week before Paris to help me with the packing and everything. And yeah, I'm really excited because, like I said, I don't really get to see my family much. So it'll be a great opportunity for me to spend time with my family, and a lot of my friends from India, a lot of my friends from Germany, from training, and
Hmm.
I met and who helped me a lot. Everybody will be traveling to Paris. So I would say I'm lucky to have a lot of people traveling to Paris to support me. It obviously, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and it's really special that that so many people will be out there to support me. So I'm just looking forward to it.
We'll be there also, Anush, and we will support you till the end. And the final one, do you have anything in mind of a target that you have set for in your mind?
I don't like to say I of course have targets set, but I don't like to
Yeah.
say it, because I think that brings bad luck. That's just something I've always believed in. But I of course have targets set, and yeah, they will be
Yeah.
achieved.
Absolutely, and fingers crossed for that. Thank you so much, Anush, for your time. We have been talking for quite long for this interview, and finally it happened. Uh, Thank you so much for your time, and we'll meet you in Paris. And all the best
Thank
for the
See you. See
for the
you.
campaign. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.